Let us all stand. Thank you, Madam Supina Manuel. Now may I ask the head of the Secretariat, Engineer Manuel Novincido Jr., to please take the roll call.
Present for today's private conference, our back chairman, Engineer Jose Wilson Nongsong, back vice chairman, Engineer Oscar Birimit, back members, Engineer David L. Palaganas, and Engineer Raymond Yones. For the technical working group, headed by Engineer Renal Barrera, Engineer Gerald Cervera, and Engineer Maya Rabang. For the back secretariat, headed by yours truly, Engineer Manuel Livincido Jr., with back secretariat members, Madam Brenda Morales, Madam Josefina Manuel, and Mr. Rolando Manuel. Since the majority of the back members are present, there is a quorum.
Thank you, Sir Manny. This private conference, today's procurement activities, the private conference of one consultancy with contract ID 24 CSAI 03, Soil Geotechnical Investigation for the proposed construction of various flood control and building projects for fiscal year 2024 within 5th Legislative District of Pangasinan. This private conference is being conducted to give the prospective leaders a chance to clarify other issues relating to the contract and the project to be. At this point, may I call on the head of the bank, PWG, PWG to discuss on the eligibility and technical financial requirements of the contract to be bid.
Discuss the technical and financial, also the eligibility requirements of the contracts to be bid. For consulting services, the requirements for requirements of bidding documents, similar category of work, road, highway, expressway, road section, airport, apron, underpass, for bridge, viaduct, flyover, interchange, wharf or pier, elevated railway, for river work, revetment, river wall, spur, dike, ground seal, on dam. Shortlisting eligibility process. Application for eligibility will be evaluated based on non-discretionary criteria, a pass or fail criterion. NAC shall draw up the shortlist from those who have submitted POI with eligibility documents and have determined as eligible in accordance with the provision of RA 9184. The shortlist shall consist of all prospective bidders who will be entitled to submit bid. Bidding will be conducted through open bidding. The procuring entity shall be evaluated using the procuring entity shall evaluate bids using quality cost-based evaluation (QCBE) method in accordance with DEO 07 of 2015. The weights of quality, technical proposal, and cost. Financial proposal should be 65% and 35% respectively. The criteria and rating system for the evaluation of bids shall be provided in the instructions to bidders. For key personnel, the following weights of the key personnel are as follows: for team leader, 30%. 10 years. For correction from, I think, the materials engineer in the UI is 5 years. For the technical, geodetic, materials engineer, and senior laboratory technicians, I think all 5 years, ma'am. It's correct na lang po. Yes, ma'am. Also, please see attached term of reference as discussed. Bid validity, bids shall remain valid for the period specified. It shall not exceed 120 calendar days. From the opening of bids, the procuring entity may request consultants to extend the period of validity of their bids. The request and the responses shall be made in writing. The bid security discussed in ITB Clause 15 shall be extended corresponding to at least the extension of the bid validity period. A consultant may refuse the request without forfeiting if its bid an award. A consultant granting the request shall not be required or permitted to modify its bid. For bid security, for cash or cashier's manager's check issued by a universal or commercial bank, and for bank draft or guarantee, the revocable letter of credit issued by a universal or commercial bank, provided however that it shall be confirmed or authenticated by a universal or commercial bank if issued by a foreign bank. The amount of bid security should be equal to 2% of ABC. For surety bond payable upon demand issued by a surety or insurance company that is certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security, the amount of bid security should be equal to 5% of ABC. And last form of bid security is bid securing declaration. Bid documents to be submitted by the bidders for eligibility requirements. It includes legal documents, technical documents, and financial documents. For Class B documents for joint venture only, I think one joint venture is not allowed in only sole proprietorship. Sige, next na po. Next naman. Ayan. Submission and receipt of bids, contents of first envelope, technical proposal, bid security in the prescribed form, amount and validity period, organizational chart for the contract to be bid, list of completed and ongoing projects, approach, work plan, and schedule, list of contractors personnel, list of constructors major construction and laboratory equipment, and omnibus form statement. Submission of receipt of bids for the contents of the second envelope, financial proposal submission form, summary of cost, breakdown of price for the project, breakdown of enumerations of the projects, and reimbursables per activity. For evaluation of bids, I will give the microphone to Engineer Cervera.
For evaluation of bids, the procuring entity shall conduct a detailed evaluation of the technical proposal using the criteria pursuant to the provision of DPWH DEO 07 series of 2015, subject to the provision of the BDS using QCDE method and evaluation. The weighted rating for the technical is 65%, and the financial component of the bids of each past bidder shall be evaluated using the non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical correction for computational errors and to determine the correct total calculated bid prices. The BAC shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid price which exceeds the ABC. The weighted rating for financial is 35%. The following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of the bid prices. First, completeness of bids. Second, arithmetical corrections. Third, if above EBC or non-complying. And for negotiations, negotiation shall be held at the address indicated in the BDS. The aims is to reach agreement on all points. Discussion and clarification of the TOR and scope of services. Discussion and finalization of the methodology and work program proposed by the consultant. Consideration of appropriateness of qualified personnel to be commensurate with compensation, number of months, and the personnel to be assigned to the job, taking note of the overqualified personnel to be commensurate with provisions of the contract. And for post of qualification, the Procuring entity shall determine to its satisfaction whether the consultant that is evaluated as having submitted the highest rated bid or HRB complies with and is responsive to all the requirements and conditions specified in eligibility documents and ITB Clause 10 and verification of the following: first, legal requirements; second, technical requirements; and third, financial requirements. And the fourth, contract award. The contract shall be awarded to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the highest rated and responsive bid or HRRB as a result of the detailed evaluation and post-qualification conducted. The successful bidder shall be notified through the issuance of notice of award in the bid validity period and must be confirmed by the successful bidder in writing within 10 days upon receipt thereof, in accordance with the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184. For submission of reports, weekly reports, partial reports on investigation results, and final report for other data to be submitted such as boring logs, photographs, and the subsurface soil exploration works, including laboratory tests, shall be completed within time frame upon receipt of the notice proceed. That's all.
Thank you, Engineer Cervera. Now for the technical aspect, na-call on Madam Engineer Maya Labang.
For the technical aspects of the project with contract ID number 23 CCS AI03 with contract name Soil Geotechnical Investigation for the proposed construction of various projects for FY 2024 within 5th District of Pangasinan. The scope of work or item of description is consulting services for the conduct of soil geotechnical investigation for the proposed construction of various projects FY 2024 within 5th District of Pangasinan. The approved budget for the contract is 1,845,527 and 46 centavos. The contract duration is 45 calendar days. For the schedule of submission of the technical and financial to be announced.
Schedule. Katulong-tulong na.
That would be awesome. Thank you.
Sige. So for further details, the prospective bidders can get their copy of the minutes of this previous conference upon written request, not later than 5 days. Also, the schedule will be given to them. So, are there no issues and concerns before we will end this previous conference? If you have the motion of Engineer Sarah Kirimit and duly seconded by Engineer Reyno Diones, then no objection by Engineer David Palaganas. I hereby declare this private conference and be adjourned, and let's be back at the 9:30 for the opening of bids for two civil works projects.